Still in play. 22, 23, 24. Jeter was 26. So close. Alrighty, let's see what you did win though. I'll shuffle these up next. You got one of the lots that I added tonight. You got the Juan Soto, number 24 out of 25, cracked ice prism, $25. You got the Bobby Witt Jr. silver prism and the Gavin Lux rookie card. What color is it? Purple prism. That's the Bobby Witt Jr. silver prism. All together about $40. Congratulations, we did it.
My name is Daniel Roubicek. I'm originally from Long Island, New York in Merrick, and I currently live in Brooklyn, New York. My background, typical Long Island kid, grew up playing sports, watching sports, went to college in Buffalo where it was freezing. I always collected cards because my dad got me into that kind of stuff, that and memorabilia. So I pretty much just grew up, an athletic kid that just always grew up around and playing sports. My hustle is flipping cards, sport cards. So I adjusted my hustle during COVID. I actually created my hustle because of COVID. So I own an online marketing company down in New York City. But because of COVID, it was a little bit tougher to find new clients, and I had to readjust my life to be able to make sure that I could pay the bills because who knew how long the pandemic was going to be going for. So I was just laying in bed. I'm part of different Facebook groups for sports cards. I saw people play like this game called Stack, where they stack a bunch of cards. I always thought it was cool, but I also thought it was extremely boring and not very engaging. And with my online marketing background, you always want to engage the customer. So I was like, let's create something that the kids love. Who doesn't love Monopoly? Put cards on every single color lot, have the community chest to be the expensive cards, have free parking be a free pack of cards, and that's how I really came up with it.
So we got a 5, but also a 3. And I have to pick another number from the railroad.
It took a minute. I mean, my first live that I went on, no one came in. My wife laughed at me. But, just like any other hustle, you got to keep on pushing through it. Nothing great comes easy. So you just got to keep on trying and readjusting and keep on making those changes until you find something that works for you. And then at the end of the day, if you believe in it, other people will see the benefit in it, and it will work. Cards are definitely on the comeback, absolutely. There's no definitive answer on why they're back, but my personal opinion is the last time cards were big was back in the 90s, and all those 1990s kids now are starting to have kids, and they're introducing their kids to sports cards. So now you have all the kids from the 90s collecting and all of their kids collecting, and when the supply is low, the demand is always high, and the prices go through the roof. Buying sport cards is absolutely an investment. I'm not your everyday person that likes to do what everybody else does. I don't work a 9 to 5. I work a ton of hours with my company. Normal people, they buy stocks. I'll buy sports cards. They're starting to say, I don't know if you know Gary Vee, but it's the new stock market. Prices fluctuate, they go up and down, and the return is much better than waiting 5 years to go up 5% on the crappy stock market where a bunch of criminals run that stuff. I like Gary Vee. I like it. He has a good mindset, and he's been very successful, and he knows how to teach the kids on how to come up. It's all about the hustle. So my connection is, when I was growing up, my dad, his whole life, he's been collecting memorabilia and cards. So just like any other kid, they kind of grow up to do what their parents teach them to do. My dad loved that stuff. Whenever I would go visit him in Atlanta, as you can see the Chipper Jones jersey in the background, I'm a huge Braves fan. Whenever I would go there, he would give me a piece of memorabilia, he'd give me some cards, he showed me his collection, and it's just always stuck with me because I always loved sports, but I also always saw the value in it, and I always knew one day if you save things long enough, the prices will be high.
Do you think there's a lot of people interested in sports cards?
For sure. For the most part, they're called pack rippers. Those people are just in the business to just buy as many cases as possible, open as many packs, and just sell them right away. So there's really two sides of the industry, the people that are actually in it to collect and the people that are in it to make money. I personally collect certain things like Braves, Rangers, and stuff like that. I personally collect Ronald Acuna. So I would never sell those cards. But there's definitely a ton of people these days. My main Facebook group that I'm in, I think there's 45,000 people in it. And I'm in another couple other groups that have over 20,000 people in it. So there are a ton of people that are in this right now. So I definitely think the rise of technology is helping cards because it's easier to sell it. Back when I was growing up, all you really had was eBay. And no one really trusted eBay in those beginning days because it was so brand new. Now you have so many different marketing channels and websites that you could sell or even trade your cards on. There's websites that predict the fluctuation of card prices. So, you can go on Facebook, you can sell on Instagram, you can sell on Mercury, you can sell on eBay, you can sell on Craigslist. There's so many different avenues, and that's all because of technology. I've always been a hustler. My best friends even had it in my wedding speech. I would take my brother's Beanie Babies when I was younger, and I'd sell those things on eBay for a quick buck. I've always been like that. I see dollar signs everywhere I go. Hustler, some people think of it as a bad thing. I think of it as a good thing. It's someone who has dedication, is always looking to find their next move. Someone who's looking for not really a quick buck, because you do have to be smart about it. It's not something that is just easy. It's someone that grinds. They're willing to work for what they want to make. Business owners, they're hustlers also. Not every multi-billion dollar company go straight to it. They hustle their asses off to make sure they get there. So someone that's a hustler is just someone that works hard, grinds, puts in the hours into what they want to do, and they just keep on going and going until it's successful. So my advice would be, just like anything else, whether you're studying or you're trying to create a business or a hustle, always do your due diligence, always know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you're not going to make it anywhere. You need to make sure you're always making money, whether it's $1, 50 cents, or $20 or $100. That's going to add up with the more customers you get. But you need to know your target demographic. You need to know what you have. It definitely helps to specialize in what you're trying to do, so you know exactly what you're doing. That's why I pick cards, because I've been doing it my whole life. I know the background, and I know really the price that comes with it. So really just study before you do anything. Make sure you know all the angles. Find the one that works best for you. You're going to hit road bumps. Don't stop when you hit those road bumps. Push through them and just keep on grinding. So you can find my game or my cards and stuff like that. You can look me up online on Facebook, Daniel Roubicek, or you can look up Chase-opoly, CHASE-opoly, just like Monopoly. You put that into the search bar on Facebook and I'll come up.